Star Wars is back. The Mandalorian is upon us, and first pieces of information regarding the rise of Skywalker have been revealed.
Yippee!
The most interesting aspect of the upcoming finale of the Skywalker saga is the confirmed return of villain Chief Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious, aka the Emperor.
In time you will call me Master.
How the beloved antagonist could return and what his role might be will be discussed in this video.
Good.
But I'd also like to issue a spoiler warning for Star Wars as a whole. You have been warned.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
He is arguably the greatest villain in all of Star Wars, Darth Sidious. After all, the Dark Lord of the Sith single-handedly brought down the Galactic Republic, turned Anakin Skywalker to the dark side of the Force, and led a merciless regime that spread terror and tyranny before he was killed by his very own apprentice.
Ironic.
But now we have clarity. Palpatine is back. His iconic cackling in the first teaser trailer for Rise of Skywalker was not just a gimmick. The Emperor himself is set to play a pivotal role in the finale of the Skywalker saga.
How is that possible?
Didn't we see him literally explode? Well, in the old canon, now Legends, Palpatine was reborn with the help of Sith ghosts and started to transfer his essence onto several clones of himself that he had created as a precaution in the case of an untimely death. The concept of cloning is nothing new for Star Wars fans. The prequel trilogy revealed armies of clones that were created in order to act as soldiers for the Republic. With the how out of the way, let's discuss the far more interesting what. After all, Palpatine's role in the upcoming movie raises tons of questions, like why hasn't he revealed himself yet? What is his goal? And will he be part of the action? The last question can probably be answered with a yes. After all, John Boyega stated in a recent interview that it would be up to our new heroes to kill him properly.
We might as well take him down properly.
We believe that Sidious intentionally kept his distance in order to view a new civil war from afar.
Everything is going as planned.
Snoke might have been the only person who knew about him and acted on his behalf. But as we saw in numerous films, loyalty isn't Chief's strong suit.
Kill him.
He betrayed both Count Dooku and Vader as soon as he found a new apprentice.
Soon I will have a new apprentice.
He even murdered his very own master, Darth Plagueis.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
But as we all know, that ancient Sith Lord had the ability to create life and cheat death.
He could save others from death, but not himself.
A power that could also explain Palpatine's return. The villain could have secretly gathered his very own armed forces while the First Order and the Resistance were at each other's throats. And now that his arch-enemy Luke Skywalker has been removed from the equation, the time would be right for Palpatine to make his move. There are several hints that support this theory. First of all, Lucasfilm recently announced the so-called Sith Troopers, who do look like stormtroopers covered in ketchup. Another evidence is this shot from the latest teaser, which reveals several Star Destroyers. Yup, these are all old Imperial ships, not the modernized version of the First Order. Palpatine seems to be interested in a new apprentice, and this time around it seems like it's not going to be the descendant of Skywalker, Kylo Ren, but the young Rey, who we now see in full-on Sith mode. Ben Solo could have been nothing but a puppet in this twisted game, destined to establish contact between Rey and Palpatine. The trailer also hints at a fateful event that occurred under Palpatine's rule, the destruction of Alderaan. And aside from the battleships, Leia's home planet, and a dark Rey, another moon that fans associate with Sidious is seen as well, Endor. The second Death Star crashed over the forest moon, and while the first teaser already revealed the wreckage of this battle station, we now see Rey and Kylo fighting one another on top of these ruins, and her training in the woods of Endor with her lightsaber.
I like this!
But who could be able to defeat Palpatine? Well, judging from the film's title, it might be a Skywalker, which is why Kylo aka Ben Solo might be a candidate. At the same time, one should keep in mind that Rey's lineage will be explored once more, and if she is in fact a Skywalker, it might be her who finishes off the Dark Lord for good.
It's treason, then.
The next theory is quite biblical, but echoing Luke's words from the trailer,
No one's ever really gone.
could hint at a possible resurrection of Skywalker. Will he return and face his mortal enemy? That would definitely be a highlight and probably the single most monumental confrontation in all of Star Wars. The Last Jedi, and yeah, I will probably never like this film, taught us that Force ghosts can in fact influence the world of the living. So why not a duel between these two legends, while Kylo and Rey fight each other once again? A double duel wouldn't be anything new for Star Wars fans either. Episode 3 featured two fights that occurred at the same time as well. Sidious vs Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi vs Anakin.
I will do what I must.
But now let's get to the single most important question. What do we think of Palpatine's return? Well, let's discuss the negatives first.
I can feel your anger.
Vader sacrificed his life and fulfilled the prophecy by throwing the Emperor into his death.
Go, my son.
Bringing him back now would take away the weight of this heroic act, and I do understand every single fan that has a problem with that. At the same time, I understand every single one who fears that Sidious will be embarrassed just like Luke was in Episode 8. This is something that I'm afraid of as well, similar to my fear of them killing off Lando, since it seems to be the new strategy to kill off every single one of our childhood heroes.
It's time to let old things die.
Go away.
But let's face it, the sequel trilogy sucks when it comes to its villains. Kylo Ren is a loser who can't even win a single fight. He's not a threat, but rather an emo. Captain Phasma wasn't even a character. Hux is a slapstick comedy, and Snoke only existed to be killed off in a shocking twist. This is why we need a charismatic, menacing, and intelligent villain, and the Emperor seems to be the best choice.
I love democracy.
Since his resurgence could turn Rey and her powers into something interesting, while giving us a chance to have Luke be involved with the story again, the return of Star Wars' very own Satan might be just what we need.
So be it.
But now it's your turn. What do you think of Palpatine's return? Are you looking forward to it? Let us know in the comment section below. And for more original content, check out these videos.